Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ally Amp, where we may not be skinfolk, but we are kinfolk. In Black America, it is time to wake up. Because following the slaughter of George Floyd back in 2020 and the subsequent vilification of him, anti-Black hate crime has been at an all-time high. And look, I'm no leftist straw man whose only concern is to shock all those listening. I am just an American citizen who is just worried about the future of this country. And I'm sick and tired of seeing just how people are going about things right now. There are some who try to label me and what I have to say as being woke. But really, many people are just unaware of the misrepresentation and co-opting of that term, as now it's just used to stifle conversation. But let me tell you, the future of America will be duped by the failure to communicate with Black America, and let me explain why. Many of my people who are ignorant of real Black American citizens and the struggles they face have a genuine fear of them. And then they will use this fear to justify policies and government agendas that end up hurting Black people. Things like supporting illegal immigration into this country and then exploiting those that come over, which is really another way to undercut Black people in the workforce. And we also have our overpriced healthcare system where either you'll be blocked from receiving crucial medicine or treatment or just get stuck with mountains of debt. And then we got those white Americans who are worried about reparations, how much it would be, where the money would come from. But aren't we frequently giving billions of dollars overseas each year? I'm not against foreign aid in and of itself. It can be a wonderful thing at times. But doesn't the old proverb go, you can't help others until you can help yourself? This long obsession with putting down Black Americans, who have been here for as long as we have, mind you, hurts white America as a whole. But we're just too short-sighted to get that. And you, Black America, you have a big problem because as of right now, you are not in a good position. Black Americans still own a measly 5% of the wealth in this country. And many want to tell you to pull yourselves up by the bootstraps as if it's all your fault, while ignoring this country's history with things such as redlining, housing segregation, the school-to-prison pipeline, and the centuries and centuries of property destruction, all committed against you, specifically in order to keep you impoverished and scattered. And many of you just fail to organize. Look at any other group in this country. When they want something, they organize. Like, for example, when the Asians did so to get the anti-Asian hate crime bill. Where's our anti-Black hate crime bill? And not only that, but also in 2020, we had the BLM movement, which was then tampered with by the fraudulent BLM organization who had just fleeced people for money, all the while Antifa and far-right operatives were going around burning down Black towns. And who got the blame for that? You. Not the instigators, not the ones doing it, but you. The victims. And some people on the right may cry about Antifa here and there, but they ultimately just associate them with the BLM organization, which are then tied to the BLM movement as a whole, which then comes back to you. And in the spite of the urgency of all this, you have failed to organize. There was one major reparations rally that was formed, but no real progress came from that, nothing meaningful anyway. Not from there or anywhere else. And from what I've seen personally, often when there's anger in the Black community, there seems to be more of an incentive to cope by infighting with other Black and African groups. But let me tell you something. You don't have time for that. Because to someone who is racist, they don't care if you're an immigrant or not. You are still Black to them. We see plenty that try to cater to Democrats, plenty try to cater to Republicans, but at the end of the day, when the chips are down, neither group will have your back. You still have only a measly 5% of the wealth in this country. You have no real meaningful representation in politics. You have no anti-Black hate crime bill. You have nothing. You are all natural-born American citizens, but you're treated like third-class citizens, and that's such a shame. So please, remember your rights, organize, and don't get distracted by all this pointless infighting. Because in a world like this, where voices are silenced and narratives are twisted, it is time for change, and you can be a part of that.